in Vegas of the big ball 3-wall division between Jose Villegas and boxer Rosales. Dave, wind is blowing. It's rather chilly now in Las Vegas. I think the temperature gauge hit 62 degrees. Yeah. Wind chill factor in the 50s.
Right.
These players you see around the complex wearing long sleeve shirts. These two guys, though.
Well, I played a little bit earlier at that time, and it felt good. Now that the sun has dipped behind the clouds, it is very chilly. And the last match we watched, Dave, was small ball, which is not affected by the wind nearly as much as the big ball. And watching some matches this morning in the wind, that big ball really moves around, and you'll see potentially some strange errors just because that ball gets out of your strike zone just as you're about to hit it. But Boxer, Dave, is sort of the wild card in this draw. We saw Boxer last year look really good.
2 serves 3.
I believe making the finals. Despite not playing a lot of big ball, he's up in Idaho now.
Good ball. Point.
Jose Villegas advancing with a thrilling 12-10 tiebreaker win against our referee Sal Duenas earlier this morning. A diving re-kill, backhanded flippity flip to score the last point of the match.
4 serves 3.
One of those dives, Dave, that you don't even see what happened. You're just face first on the ground.
Right.
And that's how the match ended. And he was up 11-6 in that tiebreaker, made 4 straight errors. You could see he was nervous. And sometimes that's the way you got to win it when you're nervous. Can't even think about it.
5 serves 3. Out.
Score now 4-3. Excuse me, 4-5.
Serving 5.
This is rally scoring. 12-12-12. Rally means there's pretty much a point scored on every play, just like that one. This boxer gets the 6th point.
Six serves 4.
It was the inaugural year that boxer won.
Right.
Here.
And you remember, Dave, in that inaugural year, Boxer was trailing a 17-year-old Juan Santos 23-16 in a one-game match to 25 and came back and won. That was in the round of 16. He was almost out of the tournament. He goes on to win it.
Side out.
You'd have to think that the wind really alters the shots here on those little shots up front.
I think you got to play with a lot of power in the wind.
Nice shot right there from Jose.
6 or 7.
And there's that dive, and Jose peeks his head up a little too soon there. Catches him.
Serve 6.
Boxer looks really good right now, Dave. This match is, like most big ball games, moving along very quickly.
9-6.
How many times have we seen it or even done it ourselves where you dive for a ball and then the way you actually got in the way of the ball? I don't quite understand how our bodies think that way, because we have the perfect timing when it goes to getting the ball, but it's horrible getting out of the way of the ball skills.
Yeah.
And you saw Jason, a.k.a. Jose, dive in. Had a great, beautiful dive. It was a perfect shot, and then he lifted his head to get out of the way, and he put his head right into the ball.
Right. Well, you know, he was losing that point anyway because the ball was up and he was out of position. Boxer had any option there to win the rally.
If he gets up again, that's going to be an automatic point. I told him so. All right.
And that would have been an avoidable. had it not hit him.
Well, he was trying to get out of the way
Nine
of that
serve
ball.
6.
He wasn't trying to get up and stand. He was trying to move his head so he wouldn't get hit.
You see Boxer just take control of the point.
Point.
Great serve and a fly kill, and ends it on his 5th shot, or the 5th shot of the rally.
10-6.
Oh,
Point.
that's one of the easiest shots in the game. Boxer's totally out of position, and now this game is just about over.
11, game point, serve 6.
And 2
game.
consecutive
First
errors
game.
for Jose.
Jose skipped that ball in. And this game is over. 3-wall ball outdoor world championships coming up in a couple weeks. We'll be in Atlanta, Georgia for the beginning of the 4-wall professional handball tour.
Won the first.
Dave, you'll be a top seed, I believe, probably the 2 seed as we go into that tournament. You're ranked number 2 in 4-wall indoor play.
Right.
So that means you'll be on the bottom bracket. Our number 1 player is Killian Carroll. He'll be up top, and then after that, we'll determine it with coin flips and blind drawing, names out of hats. We get to these events and nobody's wearing a hat.
Right. Those hats are a real commodity at events. Lives are made and broken by those hats, as a matter of fact. You remember last year, Dave, Paul Brady showing up, you know, kind of out of nowhere in New York, and that name that comes out of a hat, Emmett Pichot, well, thanks for coming, but it's going to be a short stay here for you in New York, as it was for everyone else who played Paul along the way.
Right.
It's just all
Well,
based
somebody
on the
has,
hat.
yeah, somebody has to pull him though. That hat has to pull a
Well,
name.
But you remember in Karate Kid 3, they just let Daniel go straight to the finals as the defending champion. I mean, can't Paul just start in the finals, play out the tournament, and then you get to play him at the end?
Well, they're going to let the Patriots do that this year. And go right.
Well, they thought that until
the
that
first game
week.
of the first game of the season.
You know, Paul Brady doesn't have problems with the Chiefs. He just goes in there and mauls everybody except for Killian Carroll. Well, if you don't hear from us,
You know.
you'll know that our booth that's perched above the courts here has come tumbling down, and us with it.
Might not be such a bad thing, actually.
All right, guys. Resuming play. Boxer serves.
And we're back
0,
into play
serve
here.
0.
Jose ended that game, Dave, with 2 consecutive errors. And in fact, he
Point.
hasn't scored since he dove and got up and hit himself in the face with the ball. So it's been, since that moment, 8
Score is
straight
1-0.
points for the one they call Boxer.
Backhanded flip there with the right hand.
And Jose just not
Point.
putting the ball away.
See how quick that snap is right
Yeah.
there from Boxer wearing the white gloves. Looks like motocross gloves.
Well, Boxer earned his name from being a boxer.
Wearing boxing gloves in the handball court. He thought
2-0.
that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Boxer trained at the Wild Card Gym in LA, made famous by Manny
Out.
Pacquiao.
One, 2.
Short ball.
And that's a point for
out.
Boxer.
3 serves 1. Replay. Replay.
So, Dave, in 31 official days of this event, dating back to 2010,
That's a
4
replay,
days
scores
per
3-1.
year, I would say this is the second windiest we've ever had. We had that one morning where we had to suspend play.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago, possibly.
But other than that, I don't remember.
Side out.
Certainly, this is the coldest it's ever been.
It's 72 degrees. That's room temperature, so I don't see how you think it's that cold. And right now, the winds are between 8 and 15 miles an hour.
Well, there's no humidity
Side
though.
out.
With 72 degrees.
18% actually.
Well, that's almost none.
4-2.
Compared to, sea level, you have 60%, I would say.
Score is 4 serves 2.
Game number 2, 4-2.
And
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
exactly the dive
Side out.
that Jose made to win the match earlier this morning against Salduenas.
Four.
Brian Medina, handball court number 4. Brian Medina.
How do you
Side out.
defend against that shot? Boxer makes contact at the back line, 42.5 feet back, and he rips a kill shot
5 serves
overhand.
3. Point.
Boxer uses those corners so well, both the left and right corner with his right hand.
6 serves 3.
We're at 6-3 here. Men's
Point.
big ball, wall ball, 3-wall quarterfinals.
There has to be an intimidation
7
factor
serves 3.
for these guys playing Boxer. He's an intimidating presence anyway, and he's got this just incredible game, and they don't see him.
Point.
They just, a guy like Jose may have never played Boxer.
But heard about him. I mean,
absolutely heard about
absolute
him.
legend.
8
Yeah.
serves 3.
Boxer who isn't playing any 3-wall
Right.
anywhere. And that was a crazy shot. He's told me he hadn't hit a 3-wall or he hit a big ball on a 3-wall court for over 10 months.
Right.
I mean, comes
9
out
serves
here.
3.
I believe he did this last year and made it
Yes.
to the finals.
Yes.
It's a good formula. He's like the big ball version of Sean
It's
Lenning.
a point.
But Sean Lenning plays in a tournament every week.
Right, but in the sense that he might not play that form of the game and still dominate on his first time playing.
Oh, okay.
He has one of the best right hands I've ever seen
Yeah.
on the outdoor game, but also he's
Score
very
is 10
creative.
serves 3.
He's not just in there banging.
Right.
Watch how he changes directions.
Side out.
And he's upset with himself there, Dave. Leading 10-3.
That's a technical.
Wow.
I'd give it to him.
4
I know
serves
you
10.
would. I wouldn't question that.
Point. Five 10.
Great serve.
Out.
You build that big lead, Dave, so you can withstand a couple of errors.
6 serves 10.
Great power.
Side out. Hold on a second. Timeout. 11-6. Time. 12. Match point. Changa 6.
This one, Dave, just about in the books. I see you've already etched. Since we started this match. Boxer just 1 point from the victory.
All right, it's 11. Side out.
Jose will have to play perfect handball
7 serves. Possible match point 11.
if he wants to force a tiebreaker. No room.
That's a game.
And there it is. Boxer Rosales now going to the semifinals, defeating Jose Villegas. And we will have a quick, in just a bit, stick around. More action with WPHLive.tv and the 3-Wall Ball Outdoor World Championships. For Dave Fink, my name is Dave Vincent. Stay here.